In today's IGTV Wednesday video, the topic will be headstand because of the Allo Inversions challenge that I am just hosting. We will do a short flow where we will warm up everything that we need for going in control into a headstand. We will try both the Shirshasana A, so the classic variation, the normal, the first one, and then also the tripod. Let's start it. Standing. So because the final version of the headstand is the straight one, having straight legs, what we need to somehow realize is how the legs and how the whole body can stay very, very straight. It's much easier to balance something that is very solid and not wobbly. That's why this is something that you can work on also just while standing or in a plank or in any kind of straight position. The first thing, you can bring your focus onto your toes and then spread them and then root them down back into the mat, and then trying to have your arches very engaged and pulling up away from the mat and squeezing the legs together. This helps to engage the inner thighs, and pulling up on your kneecaps just so your legs stay straight. From here, engaging the outer thighs also, squeezing them towards the middle. That also squeezes or engages your glutes a little bit. Coming up, pulling in the navel, and then hiding also or squeezing in the ribs towards the center of the body. And then just trying to open the collarbones a little bit more and making a little bit more space in between your shoulder blades. The palms are facing forward, and then trying to get a little bit more tall through the top of your head. Also making the back of your neck a little bit longer for your Tadasana or mountain pose. From here, raise your arms up, inhaling, maybe even looking up and touching the palms together, and keeping everything as it is. Exhale, palms just towards your heart. Go for one more. Try to really have everything engaged as previously, especially the ribs staying in, raising the arms up, inhaling, and exhale, palms to your chest, and bend the knees, and then bring your low ribs to your thighs. From here, the fingertips come to the ground. Inhale, lift the chest. You can keep your knees slightly bent. Try to go for almost like a back bend, and then exhale, squeeze your core, reach the top of your head towards the ground. Inhale, place the palms down, step back into your plank position. So plank is another pose where you have to stay straight, and what helps you is if you really squeeze your belly in and then squeeze your butt. So you make a nice straight line from your shoulders towards your heels, then protract your shoulder blades. So try to press through your palms a little bit higher through your upper back. Inhale here, lean more forward, and then place the knees down onto the mat. Now we will do a few push-ups, or is it push-ups? I guess so. So brace with me. You can have your knees on the ground and try not to go too low if you know that it's very hard for you to push all the way up from your chaturanga, basically, or chaturanga with the knees down. Leaning a little bit more forward, grabbing the mat with your fingertips. Inhale here, and as you exhale, try to open your collarbones, rolling the shoulders away from your ears as you squeeze the elbows in, as you bend them, and then press up. Inhale, exhale, take a break. Inhale, lean forward. This time, if you want, you can try the knees up, squeeze your body, squeeze your butt, and exhale, bend the elbows. Don't go too low, press up. And exhale, go to your downward dog. can bend one knee and then the other. And placing the feet together in your down dog. Raising the right leg slowly up. And then open the hip. Do the thing that you are not supposed to do in your headstand if you are trying to stay stable in your hips, in your core and your low back. And just enjoy this feeling for one breath. And then close your hip down. Your feet straightens, your leg straightens. Inhale here. And exhale, bring the knee towards your chest. Roll your shoulders forward. Round the back. Press through the back foot and step the right foot from the inside of your right palm. Left knee on the ground. Low lunge as you inhale. And exhale, release the hips down. Trying to keep your core in. Your arms super straight, reaching up. Exhale, slowly bringing the fingertips onto the mat, flexing the front foot and bringing the hips back for your half splits. One thing that helps when you want to go up into a headstand is inhale, come forward, bend the front knee, and exhale, come back. Are these splits or having your hamstrings rather flexible? So the better you can bring your leg or your foot towards your face, the easier it is to move and shift your hips over your head in your headstand. So that's why these half splits are a great thing. If you want to bring more active flexibility to protect also your hamstrings, you can imagine you want to press through the front heel all the way down, engaging your belly in, your ribs in, inhaling, opening your collarbones, straightening your spine, and exhale, go just a tiny bit deeper. Another option here is to have blocks underneath your fingers if you want. Then rebend the front knee. The left palm comes, or fingertips come to the left. Flex the right foot and open the knee to the side. Then bend the back knee. Try to grab it. If this is hard for you, bring your hips higher. And then once you have the foot, try to go down with your hips again. Then lock the palm so you're grabbing the foot from the outside edge of your left foot. Inhale here and exhale. Kick the left leg back, stretching your chest, your front right shoulder. Then bring the heel towards your hips. Inhale, turn forwards, and exhale, stretch your left quadriceps, bringing the hips a little bit lower. And release. Then stepping the right foot a little bit closer to the center of the mat. Grab the ankle with your right hand. Left fingertip, walk a little bit more forward. And then step all the way up into your standing splits. So standing splits are again amazing because you are not just stretching your right hamstrings here, but you are also trying to actively open your left hip using your muscles mostly. Try to inhale, opening your chest, rising away from the ground a little bit, and then exhale, go a little bit further. Then slowly bring your left shin down on the mat, crossing the knee behind the right leg. Maybe without using your hands. Very carefully bringing it down, both sitting bones down on the mat. Right fingertips come behind you. Left arm comes up. The right foot is all the way down on the mat. And then round slightly, just so you can walk your left triceps from the outside of your right knee. And then twist away from the knee to the right. Inhale, raise the chest towards your chin. And then exhale, twist a little bit more, squeezing your belly. Inhale forward, exhale, take a counter twist to the other side. And then coming back forward. So here again, you don't have to use your hands on the ground, but you can if you need a little bit of help. You can use a block or 2 blocks. But if you want the challenge, you try to stand all the way from here into your third warrior. So first you come forward onto your right foot and left shin, pressing up. Your palms can come to your chest, and then start slowly bringing all your weight onto your right foot, extending the left leg back and the right knee all the way straight. Belly comes in, open a little bit your collarbones, and then really engage your left leg down to your toes. Slowly standing all the way up, bringing the left knee towards your chest. And exhale, extend the left heel forward. Stay here for 5, 4, brace the leg a little bit higher, 2, 1, and release. Shake your right leg. Why I'm doing this, why do we need this in our headstand? It's always good to have strong hip flexors, especially if you want to create a little bit more compression. So using these muscles also to bring your leg towards you helps you to fold more effectively. Good. Second round for the other leg. Placing the feet, this time hips distance. And as you raise your arms, come up onto your soles, so raising your heels. And as you exhale, bend the knees forward. Go a little bit lower, lower, lower. Try to reach your arms up, your heels up, and then come a little bit lower. Don't allow your knees to open, so keep them as much pointing forward as your feet. Then sit all the way down. Then bring your knees towards your chest. So this is very good also if you can really make yourself small. Maybe this is not the best position of your hips to bring your knees very close. So try different positions, either feet wider or closer, just so you can really squeeze the knees in towards you. And then the fingertips come to the ground. Inhale, bring the heels down, open the chest, half lifting. And exhale, grab your calves or heels or ankles and use your arms to bring you closer towards your legs. Inhale again, lift, fingertips to the mat, and exhale one more. Compression in your core, in your belly. Trying to bring your hips higher, your weight more forward over to your toes. Bring the palms down, step both feet back, inhale here, and exhale, chaturanga, don't go too low, press up, and exhale, down dog. Feet together, left leg comes up, very slowly with control, and exhale, open the hips, bend the knee, enjoy a little bit of open hips position because it's rare sometimes in life. Extend the left leg all the way up and exhale, bring the knee to your chest, really round, really squeeze your belly, press your hips higher, flex the left foot and step it from the inside of your left palm, right knee on the ground. Inhale into your low lunge. Exhale, hips come low, so you squeeze your core, Press the belly away from your front thigh. Press actively from both feet down. Fingertips down on the mat. Flexing the left foot, maybe walking the right knee a little bit more back. Inhale here. And exhale, hips back, just so they end up right over your back knee. Inhale forward. Open the chest, the collarbones. Exhale. Bring yourself into half split. Inhale forward. And exhale back. So try to do your best and really flexing that front foot, and then maybe pressing the heel down towards the ground. You don't need to stretch or extend your front knee all the way. Doesn't have to be all the way straight. You can keep a slight bend. Just what's important is that you feel the stretch in your left hamstring at this point. Maybe going a little bit deeper after few breaths. And then inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, go even more towards your fold. Rebend the front knee, walking the back knee a little bit closer if you need to. Right fingertips go to the right. Flex the left foot and open the left knee to the side. Bend the right knee. Grab the foot from the outside. Inhale, belly in. And exhale, kick the right foot back. Press the chest up, squeeze your core, your belly rather. Maybe even look up and feel the stretch in the front of your left shoulder. Then bring the heel towards your hips, or the hips towards your heel. Inhale, turn forward with your chest and your knee. And exhale, bring the hips a little bit lower, stretching your quadriceps on your right thigh. Release. The left foot steps a little bit in, or slides in. Grab the ankle with your left palm, and then move your weight over to your right leg, bringing your left leg, bringing your right leg all the way up into standing splits. Inhale, lift your chest, and exhale, try to really reach your right leg higher, pointing your toes maybe, and then bend both knees. Carefully, if you want to bring your palms together, you try to bring your right shin down on the ground with control. Both sitting bones down. The whole left foot sole down, pressing. Left fingertips back behind your hips. Right arm comes up. And exhale, round a little bit. Really squeeze the knee towards your chest, trying to bring the triceps from the outside of your left thigh. And then twist back. Inhaling your chest up, straightening your spine. Exhale, squeeze your belly. Twist also your chin, your left shoulder. Counter twist to the right. Then again, palms can come together. You lean forward onto your foot and your shin. And then slowly with control, coming to your third warrior. Have your right hip looking down directly, so your hips are squared towards the ground. Your right foot and the whole leg is straight and active. Your core is active. Inhale here. Exhale, the right knee towards your chest. Standing all the way. And exhale, heel pushes forward. And hold here for 5, 4, 3, go higher, 2, 1, and release. Okay, come towards the ground. Coming to the Shirshasana A or Headstand A, what is most important in my opinion are the elbows position, the arms position. So they are here for you to have the stability and to be able to balance yourself. So you should be using your elbows and your palms, also pressing down. And I like to tell my students to have their elbows closer than their shoulder width or as wide as their shoulders, because these elbows are here not just for you to be able not to fall to the sides or prevent you to fall to the sides, but most importantly, they are here to help you to come up and also control the way down. So even if you need to jump up, try to use your elbows to go slowly down with control. So you're pressing the elbows down and that counters. And if your elbows are very wide, then you don't have enough leverage back and front, back and forward. It's much harder because this length is much smaller. So the more length you have from the front to the back, the easier it is to control the balance. You can interlace your fingers and placing the back of the head. So if you have anything on your head, it will be in the way. Maybe you remove it. Maybe you work your fingers around it. And the top of your head should come directly to the ground. It's not the front of the head, it's not the back, it's really like the middle, in between, ideally. Just so your neck stays very, very long and therefore protected. So you tuck your chin, and then you place the back of the head down, and you press the top of the head down, and you press the back into the palms, and already now you start pressing through the elbows down, which also brings your shoulders up and away from your ears. You tuck your toes, and then you bring your knees away from the ground. This is your starting position. Very strong elbows pressing down. You walk your feet in. You can bend your knees. This is where you need that hamstring flexibility. And you're trying to bring your hips even more further on over your head. Then maybe one heel comes in towards you, towards your hips, maybe the second. This is where you can stop slowly with control, coming down, taking a child's pose right away. Because of all the blood that rushed towards your head, you should take a little bit of time to allow it to come back away from it. If you have very good splits, then the other option is to bring one leg all the way up, and then you can use also a wall behind you. So interlacing the fingers, placing the top of your head down, pressing it against your palms, use your elbows, walk your feet towards you. One leg comes up, and this brings a lot of weight back, but it's important, don't open your hips, so keep your inner thighs squeezing, and then maybe the other leg lifts. This is where you can end. You can bring the one knee towards your chest, the lower leg. You are still using your elbows to counter, and then maybe after some time, when you gain a little bit more confidence, you bring your feet together, squeezing your belly and your butt, coming with control down, bringing one leg down and then the other. Another child's pose. You can roll your forehead on the mat. Taking big breaths in through your nose, maybe out through your mouth. Okay, so the other variation, Shirshasana B variation, is with your palms flat on the mat. And the third point is a tripod. It's called tripod, so the third point is on the top of your head. You start again from sitting on your heels. You bring your palms behind your knees with your fingers just turning slightly out, not too much, but a little bit. And here it's important to keep squeezing your elbows in, so don't allowing your elbows to open to the side, but very, very strong and active hands pressing down. Then you tuck your chin in towards your throat and bringing the top of your head down on the mat, lifting your hips up, tucking your toes, bring your knees away from the ground. Now start hugging your forearms towards each other. You can walk one knee on top of one elbow, bringing the heel all the way towards your hips, and then the other. The more you bend your knees, the easier and the more stable your knees will be on top of your elbows, because you will create a flat knee part that fits perfectly on top of the elbow, or even a little bit higher than the elbows. And you press your arms, so your shoulders are very actively pressing away. And maybe you bring your knees to your chest to a tuck, slowly coming down. Another child's pose. And the same applies for this variation. If you want to press with one leg at a time, so starting from this seat, bring the top of your head down, tucking your toes, squeezing the elbows in, the shoulders pressing away from the ground. One leg comes up, really, really strong legs, strong palms pressing down. They're countering your weight. Maybe the other leg comes up. And then slowly bringing one foot towards the ground and the other. Child's pose. Okay, that's it from me for today. I hope you liked the flow and the little tutorial. Just let me know in the comments if you have any more questions, and we see each other again next week, maybe. I will be on vacation, so let's say if I will be able to do an IGTV Wednesday video, or if not, then it's in 2 weeks. Bye!